Hi, my name is Faith Wilson of the Faith Wilson Group, and I'm here today to talk about the West Side and its overall market picture. And then we're going to delve into the MacKenzie Heights neighborhood, which is a really interesting neighborhood with a tight group of eclectic retailers at its heart at 33rd and MacKenzie. It has some distinct pockets within the neighborhood. For example, uniformly large lots between 33rd to 37th, as well as some great views from certain streets. One little thing we've probably heard from the Bank of Canada just recently is that its prime interest rate is going to remain at 1%. It hasn't changed since September 2010, which makes this the longest the rate has remained unchanged since the 1950s. Okay, so let's take a look at the overall West Side picture for November. Detached sale prices had a median value of $2,505,000, and that's up 13.1% over the 2013 median, which was $2,215,000. And of course, my favorite measurement for assessing the market is the Home Price Index benchmark, which compares apples to apples basically. And it shows an overall 10.8% increase over 2013 for combined West Side detached. South Cambie is remarkable at 21.85% increase over 2013, and MacKenzie Heights is at nearly 19%. So both of these have done extremely well. We'll bear down on MacKenzie Heights later, and I'll touch on my thoughts as to why MacKenzie Heights is such a strong neighborhood and done so well. November has been a funny month with the number of sold units down to 75, half of the units from 2013, and also half the units sold in October. So sales really slowed, and I think that's a sign of lack of inventory basically. And certainly in our company, we are really stretching to find something for our buyers to purchase that makes sense to them. So a natural conclusion here is that it's a great time to be a seller if it fits into your life or family strategy. In November, 26% fewer new listings of detached homes came on the market, which resulted in half the number of sales, while the values were up. And when you factor in the days on the market, you see that the houses that are being sold are selling way quicker than last year. The days on the market is down to 23 days rather, and this is 19 days or 45% faster than last year. Therefore, homes that are priced correctly are selling very quickly, and the ones that are priced incorrectly or the seller has unrealistic expectations of the market, they are languishing on the market. Dunbar, Point Grey, and Shaughnessy and South Granville were all hot spots for the top number of properties sold, while the stars for the greatest year-over-year increase were South Cambie and MacKenzie Heights. And as said, if the timing works, it's a great time to list your home. So if you'd like to talk, let me know. I'd be thrilled to come over and meet you and chat about your goals. So moving on to townhomes. Townhomes are seeing the same changes in sales and activity where new listings are down and unit sales are down. But the benchmark price for townhouses are up in all West Side neighborhoods, and especially Kerrisdale, which is up almost 20%. Cole Harbour and Fairview up over 13%. The days on market is down from 2013, and a West Side townhome is selling in about 5 weeks now. The number of units sold in November was the lowest we've seen in months since January 2013 actually, so almost 2 years. There were only 26 sales last month, so if you're thinking of selling, you are in a market where there aren't many competing homes. And of course, if you're in the market as a buyer, that's important for you to know too. That means you will need to step up, and when you have made a decision, you need to do it. So I think there's a lot of pent-up demand for townhomes and half-duplex style properties and luxury condominiums across the bridges on the west side. So there's a lack of product, and again, it's an ideal time to list. Here in Vancouver, the spring market is just a few weeks away. So let's turn to condos. On the west side, condos HPI benchmark keeps moving up. In November, it was up 5.57% over 2013. We're seeing some real strength in the downtown False Creek and Cole Harbour markets, which are all showing around 10% increases. Unit sales are down, and compared to October, there were only half the units sold. But prices are pretty stable, and we still see a market that's balanced. It's not favoring either the buyer or the seller. The value of West Side condos is really neighborhood dependent. So give me a call to talk about a neighborhood you're interested in, and we can let you know how it's doing. And also if you're selling, again, that's going to be important information for you in how you price your home and what the marketing strategy will be. And that's where your realtor really will be able to guide you. Moving on to neighborhood profiles. This month we're going to talk about Vancouver's MacKenzie Heights neighborhood. And This neighborhood is really a hidden gem of, it's actually mainly single-family homes. There's very, very few attached properties. It's centered around beautiful Balaclava Park, with some streets offering really superb views of the North Shore, downtown, and English Bay. And it has a very attractive mix of the classic craftsman-style homes and new contemporary homes as well. It's really an area filled with single-family homes, and in the past 2 years there's only been 2 attached homes that have sold, both at that 33rd and MacKenzie Street corner, which is also around that collection of local retailers. So MacKenzie Heights is bordered by King Ed to the north, West 37th to the south, Blenheim on the west, and Larch Street on the east. And while there's no actual schools directly in the MacKenzie Heights borders, which is interesting, many of the best public and private schools are just minutes away. And these include UBC, Crofton House, York House, Little Flower Academy, Vancouver College, and St. George's. So this proximity is one of the big draws to this neighborhood. It's also really easy to get to downtown, Richmond, and the airport from here. So very quiet enclave, and yet you've got all this easy access. The tree-lined streets and the numerous green spaces really add to the attractiveness of this neighborhood. And MacKenzie Heights is the part of the west side that has really great light. So when the sun's out, it just feels so wonderful and a little bit different from some of the other west side neighborhoods. Balaclava Park is noted for its wading pool, popular off-leash dog area, running track, and multiple sports fields, so that's another draw for sure. According to the most recent data, English is still the dominant language at 46%. Meantime, the number of Chinese-speaking residents has risen to 34% in recent years. Exciting new neighborhood retail shops such as Windsor Meats and Butter Baked Goods near that corner of 33rd and MacKenzie have added even more charm and convenience and make that little area quite walkable. Right now it is a tight market for inventory. There's lots of demand, and as said, it's a great time to be a seller. And I just want to touch on what it's like for a buyer right now, and again why it's important for buyers too to get statistics, because those statistics of a particular neighborhood that they may be going into will help them and guide them to understand, what the market is like there, how many properties are available at any given time, what the average or sale price or median sale price is, what the HPI prices are, and how quickly the market's moving. All of this information will help them to make better judgments and decisions in moving through a market and actually being able to get something that really works for them. So I think that's really an important distinction to make, and that's where too your realtor will be able to help you by providing that and giving you some guidance. So getting back to the selling side, this can be a great time to sell as well. This is where you really need to sit down with your realtor and define your goals and objectives. The next step would be defining when is the best time to sell your home and to make that move. Chinese New Year is February 19th, 2015, and around this time we will likely see a bit of a kickstart to our spring market. We'll be gauging the temperature of the market as we move into the new year. So this too is where communication with your realtor is so important, so that you choose the right time to put your home to market to get the best result. I hope you enjoyed this monthly market update and a bit about MacKenzie Heights neighborhood. Our monthly analyses are available in our office and on our website, so you can see all of these statistics when you choose. This is my last video before the holidays, so I'm really happy to wish you the best of the season and all the best to you and yours for the new year. One last thing, we have lots of new exciting tools coming on for both buyers and sellers, so do stay tuned, and I look forward to chatting with you in the new year. Bye for now.